Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA. Ocala.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above.
All right, 5 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. It's time for Veterans News. Hank Whittier is in the studio. Good morning, Hank.
Just came from the green room, didn't I?
Just came right from the green room, yes.
We're all out there BS until we heard the music. That's all right. Well, listen, here comes somebody. I don't know. Well, thank you, Larry, for doing that. Otherwise, we'd still have been out there.
And Captain Ortiz, by the way, is waiting on the line.
Oh, let's do it. Yeah, I know people are busy and they were anxious to make their reports, so go ahead and get them.
Okay. Good morning, Captain.
Good morning.
It is a good morning. How you doing?
Very good, thank you.
What's up? What you got?
Oh, we got 3 line-of-duty deaths that we're reporting on today.
Okay.
The first one was John Janos. He was a firefighter, age 57, 24 years with the city of Binghamton Fire Department in New York. He passed away after returning from a response at the 5th floor of a multi-story building. He passed away in his bed, and I guess they're still doing autopsy to find out what happened with him. The other one we have is Michael Goodwin. He was a captain, 53 years old, 29 years with the Philadelphia Fire Department. He responded to a 3-alarm blaze, and the roof collapsed while he was fighting the fire, and he passed away later at the hospital. Bad. And the last one we have is Harold Hollingsworth. He was an assistant chief, 47 years old, 16 years with the Osage Fire Department, and he passed away after he was involved in a vehicle accident where he was responding to a structure fire.
Okay.
So,
and those firemen that were held captive, they got out okay, I guess, with some minor injuries or something up in Georgia?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard some good news from that.
Yeah, that was good news.
Came out.
Yeah, did they do any, listen, because so many of the guys end up having heart attacks after the fire. I know you take your physicals, but did they do any studies on you guys about, through Shands or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's a lot. We do a physical every year, and there's a lot of good programs out there.
Okay.
Really trying to take care of the firemen. So.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. Stay safe out there, man.
Okay, appreciate it.
Be good.
Bye-bye.
Anybody else on the line yet?
No, sir. No.
You sure now?
I'm sure. I'm looking. I'm not sure. The button's not been working lately.
I mean, I know how the equipment is in here. It's not state-of-the-art stuff now. Although you're going to get state-of-the-art.
That's right. That's right.
It's coming.
It's coming, yeah.
Yeah, he told me about all the great things you're getting and going to have. And
I'm actually trying to figure out how that call got through. I didn't have any button pushed. Oh,
no?
Who knows? Well,
and you know what? He didn't even use a phone.
We heard it. It worked. And
he's next to the old man. The mysterious voice.
It's a voice from out there somewhere, yeah. Well, unfortunately, we do have casualties. So,
and we have one law enforcement.
Yeah, we'll see. He may call in a bit,
but
save that at the end. If he doesn't call in, we'll do it.
We'll start out with the DOD of the Air Force's casualty listings. Is Captain James Michael Steele, 29, of Tampa, Florida. He was killed in Afghanistan. He was assigned to the 72nd, correction on my part, 77th Fighter Squadron, Shaw Air Force Base, South Carolina.
I'll interrupt you. Is that Sheriff?
I don't know. Good morning. Is this the sheriff?
This is Lieutenant Redmond with the Sheriff's Office.
Yeah. Hey, guy. How you doing? Good morning.
Good, good.
I know you got one.
Yes, sir. Actually, we have 3.
3, okay.
3 gentlemen this morning. The first one was actually the Chief of Police with the Barwick Police Department in Georgia, Mr. Anthony Barfield Sr. He suffered a fatal heart attack while at the scene of a domestic disturbance. Chief Barfield served in law enforcement for 20 years and was the agency's only law enforcement officer. Our second individual is Deputy Sheriff Hans Pfeiffer with the Faulkner County Sheriff's Office in Arkansas. He passed away on April 8th of this year. Deputy Pfeiffer suffered a fatal heart attack following a training session and tryout with the agency SWAT team at a facility in North Little Rock. Deputy Pfeiffer had served with the Faulkner County Sheriff's Office for 4 months. He had previously served as a reserve deputy with the agency and with the Cabot Police Department for 5 years. He is survived by his wife and 2 young daughters. And our last gentleman is Detective Eric Smith with the Jackson Police Department in Mississippi. He passed away on April 4th, 2013. Detective Smith was shot and killed inside the Jackson Police Department's headquarters building while interviewing a murder suspect that day. Detective Smith is survived by his wife, who also serves with the Jackson Police Department.
Inside the headquarters building.
Yeah, yes, sir. You know, you can just never be too
You never
safe.
know. You never know.
That's true.
All right, guy, listen, don't add to the list. Let's be safe, okay?
Let's try for 0 next week.
There you go. 0-0 would be good. All right,
sir.
man.
All right.
All right, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Take care now.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's
like
quite
to
all right.
keep
We
them on
need
the
them
line.
first. That's fine to carry on, but DOD also identifies 3 soldiers killed in supporting Operation Enduring Freedom. They died in Afghanistan, and all were assigned to the 5th Squadron, 7th Cavalry Regiment, 1st Armored Brigade Combat Team, 3rd Infantry Division, Fort Stewart, Georgia. They were Staff Sergeant Christopher M. Ward, 24 of Oak Ridge, Tennessee. The other one is Specialist Wilbel A. Robles, Santa of Jucos, Puerto Rico, and Specialist Dolphin M. Santos Jr. of San Jose, California. Also identified as Army casualty is Chief Warrant Officer Curtis S. Reagan, 43 of Sumterville, South Carolina. He died in Afghanistan, and he was assigned to the 603rd Aviation Support Battalion, 3rd Combat Aviation Brigade, 3rd Infantry Division, Fort Stewart Hunter Army Airfield. That's all.
That it? Anybody local? Anybody want to talk about? Nope. Larry, if you would, sir.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
thanks. Listen, we were talking before we get on the air with Dan about, my God, it's been years and years and years. We're always doing casualties and casualties.
Yeah.
It'd be nice when we don't do them someday.
Yeah.
Ever again. That'd be what we all hope for. Same way with the police and
10
firemen.
straight years now with
Yeah, we've been here
something
doing
going
this
on?
for a long. I mean, you know, as I told you, I get to the point where I just don't want to talk about them anymore. Don't want to. Not that you don't want to honor them, but you just say, "Here we go again," you know. And it's been since I was a child. I can remember casualty lists being read or in the paper.
Yeah, right.
We can thank God for one thing. We had about a 3-week lull in there when it
Yeah,
was
we did have a
okay.
lull, and hopefully
That's a
it will
positive.
end.
That was a positive time.
That was a
We had
positive
no
time,
casualty for about
yeah.
3, maybe 2.5, 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks.
Yeah, we did. We went through with nothing. So that's.
I love those dry spells.
Yeah, we do.
Me too.
Yeah, we do.
Speaking of dry spells, you better have your raincoat handy today, supposedly.
I hope so. I want to use it.
You want to take a phone call?
Yeah, why not?
Good morning. You're on there with Hank.
Good morning, Hank. This is Sonny again.
Hey, Sonny again.
Yeah.
Okay. It's an odd name, Sonny.
aren't-
Sonny again.
You know, didn't they cease the military actions in Afghanistan, leaving it up to the Afghan security force?
Yeah. Okay, Sonny. Yeah. Right.
You
yeah.
heard.
What I'm
Yeah.
trying to get at
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
if they're supposedly trained enough to stop this sort of stuff, it doesn't seem to be working.
Really. Yeah. Never. You know
And
what?
that, to me, you know, there's just too many crazies over there.
Yeah. Well, would you want to put your security in the hands of the
Well,
Afghan
that's
security
what I'm
forces?
getting
And
at.
that's the whole point. I know. And we just
Well,
lost
no,
some.
That's it. We're supposedly providing our own security, and then we're allowing them to provide security, and we see where that gets us.
Yeah. Well, and it always will.
Really,
Sonny.
we don't need to be there. You know, although the World War II was what, as far as the United States was concerned, 4 years, 4.5 years, when you look at it, and we're
Well,
there
you-
11.
Yeah, well, that's what we were saying. You know, think about the history. Where, you know, when you served and I served, and even before. You know, that's all. You know, every couple of years we're reading casualty lists from some far off place. Sometimes you
And-
can't avoid it, but you know, I think we had a choice here, and we made the wrong
And
one.
the way things are going, it looks like Kim and Ahmed, I'm in a jihad there, working together, and who knows, we could be in another conflict.
Yeah, that's what the world needs is another
We
another
just
nuclear
don't
power,
need
huh?
This stuff anymore.
Yeah. Well,
We
the problem.
don't need to keep thousands and hundreds of thousands of troops all over the world. As far as I'm concerned, these people can't fend for themselves by now. It's about time they learned.
Yeah. Well, you got 28,000 troops in Korea plus.
I understand it's now back up to 30.
Yeah, and we're beefing it up again. But you know what? The North Koreans have 1 million plus troops plus all that. You know, and they're wacky enough to do something stupid. So
Yeah. Well,
hope not.
during,
But
during the Korean War, I know they besides the North Koreans, they had the Chinese troops,
Sure they did.
and they did come in with mass invasions. And in general, we were able to halt their advance, and then most times, including all the way up to the treaty, we chased everybody back up into China. And don't forget, we were fighting the Chinese and the Russians also at the same time.
well, that's right. A lot of Russian pilots in Korea during the
Better
Korean
believe
War.
it.
Yep.
And Chinese pilots and naturally the troops.
Yeah. Well, history has a way of
But
repeating itself.
again, we politicians brought us back to the 38th parallel. I.e., this is what we have today.
Yep. Man, as I say, it's history all repeating itself all over again. You know.
Well,
and that's,
it's a crying shame, and to me, I really despise what's going on in our country here with people that haven't got a spine to even come up with a budget. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a
well,
good
nice,
day.
Sonny. I know you're optimistic, right, Sonny? Keep the faith, baby. Don't let you gotta. What choice do we have? We try to make the best of it. We try to get through it. You make the bet. You say, hey, listen, better days are coming, and change some of those people. We've been saying it for a long time. Every once in a while, we see somebody come along that will stand up and do the right thing, but there are far and few between. You probably talk about this all the time on your show because I know you're talking this stuff all the time. I get down temporarily, but in general, I'm always looking for the sun somewhere.
That's right.
And listen,
We have to.
you have to. What choice do you have? You can gloom and doom, and I'm not into the gloom and doom, so you try to find a way to make things a little bit better. And hopefully they will be. And unfortunately, now why don't we let John? John's been in training here.
Yeah, we need to
He's
let
been in
John
training
do it
for a
day.
while. Yeah.
I'm in training all this time, huh?
Well, John,
It's
you've
like
gone
Hammett
to-
Bowen. I'm never going to graduate there either.
By the way, Carol called me
Girlies
the other
would
day. I
be.
guess
What'd she call you?
she called me. What did she call? I hate to tell you what she called me. From the Hammett Bowen School, but she actually invited me to be around children.
Little did she know. After all we told her.
She doesn't check the police reports, is what it is. You know. Oh,
So what was I supposed to do?
I think the sheriff's department publishes that every year,
I saw
don't
him
they?
in the parking lot when I came in. He was right next to my car. I don't know if it was a hint or what. He was looking in that screen.
Yeah, well, hey, I have a good time. All right, John, this is your chance to shine. But I know you've been going to that broadcasting school.
Yeah, well, but it has a judge in it. Yeah, we want to remind you that, we're still brought to you by those people that apparently have real thick skin, right?
Well, they don't listen.
They
just don't
want
listen.
to
They can't
listen
get
to
us.
us.
Why would they listen to us?
Especially me.
The
I think
CIA
occasionally they
blocks
listen
us
to
out,
Larry
right?
and the rest of this. They don't listen to us. Why would they?
Radio Free Ocala blocks us out. Yeah, we still have Robert's Funeral Home and Cemetery. Has been doing business with integrity for almost 25 years now.
It's amazing we haven't
That's
driven
amazing.
out of business.
Yeah.
You know?
We've given them
tried.
a hard time for
Well,
how long?
we keep handling the carrot up there in front of them to let them know that you were available.
Well, listen.
Yeah, they're waiting for that
Yeah,
$3 funeral
the big
parade.
payoff. Yeah, the big payoff.
That special
But
casket.
all seriousness is, or silliness
Check the back
aside,
pocket. That's
right?
where I keep
Yeah.
my lottery tickets. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're last year's or something, right? Anyway, if they have a lot of good programs, and we remind everybody. My wife was on me the other day and said, "Where is that DD-214 where you told me you put it where?" I can't find
She's
it.
seen those medical reports again, has she? Yeah.
So, but they have a lot of good programs. We remind everybody you really need to do some pre-planning. That's not the time to get even with your wife.
That's probably the thought behind some people, because I told you some of them, no one knows where anything is or what they wanted to do, and what a mess sometimes. But Roberts will point you in the right direction. They're good people. They're nice people. They'll treat you with some kindness and some integrity, and they're good folks.
Yeah. And on a happier note, we have Ford Lincoln of Ocala.
And sales
Got
are
those
up.
great vehicles, and Focus, I guess, was #1 right on the hit parade.
Yeah,
So
sales
they
are really.
sold
I guess the car sales are up
good,
significantly.
and the truck
yeah.
sales are up, and everybody's doing good. And remind everybody that we didn't pay for their bailout; they did it on their own, and that's really the American way. But we've lost track sometimes. They make quality vehicles, and so if you're in the market for a brand new car or truck, go out and see them, and they have a great line of pre-owned vehicles out there for your pleasure too, and they followed up with great service. So what more could you ask for?
Yeah, they've got a lot of promotional programs going on now too out there. So you need to go talk to Steve Pelosi and his troops, and they'll take good care of you. And great selection of cars, and they got an office in Bellevue as well. So.
Yep, and the new building in Bellevue is coming right along.
They should be
I
given
think
a grand
he's
opening.
going to be in that. I don't know if he's got a bet with Joe or not, or who's going to be in their new office sooner.
Well, I can tell you who's going to win that bet. It's going to be Ford. Okay, Ford's going to win that one. I know these guys are. I hate to even ask them. We ought to start a pool.
Yeah. How long does it take to build a radio station?
Yeah. How long does it take to? Yeah.
A new studio.
Larry. Well. You gotta have a bigger space, a bigger studio, though, right, Larry?
So,
Larry
we all will.
Yeah, we all will. Yeah, right.
Larry didn't have gray hair when he started.
No. It'll probably be a package deal. Open up the radio station, and Roberts will serve us all at the same time.
Boy, that's something to look forward
Where
to.
am I hearing voices from? I'm hearing voices. I really am. I mean, aren't you hearing when no one else is hearing them? Thank you. I appreciate it. No, I'm hearing some voices someplace. I don't know where they're coming from.
Beats me.
No, they're coming. They sound like they were coming from over there. You got
Larry
somebody under the
Larry's
desk over
done
there,
it.
Larry?
Larry punched the wrong
are you
button.
You were
practicing
ventriloquist
up
or something?
Ventriloquism or what?
No, it was something coming from that area
Huh?
over there. Seriously, I'm not kidding around. I kid you not. He heard it.
Get out. It said something like, get out, abandon ship.
But you have to remember,
Dive,
the
dive.
same shell landed beside both of us. So. No, there were he thinks I'm putting them. Yeah, but I heard them. They were kind of drifting over here. They weren't coming from out there.
Oh,
Whatever.
Oh, that's that phone that you heard.
Okay, that was Joyce on the phone saying, "Hurry up and get that 214."
Kick off.
You've
Kick
got
off.
you've got the dance coming up this weekend.
Yes, sir. It's the one down in Lady Lake. I don't have
The American
phone number.
Legion?
Yeah, I
The
don't have the
American
phone
Legion.
number with me right
This
at
is
the
a
moment.
Big weekend, and you know the 50s, 60s, and 70s dance to the oldies, and
The
great
17th?
music, good people, you know, food, all that's available to you. $10 donation type thing, and most of that money goes to charity, non-profit agencies, us included, but there's some other folks they take care of, and they do a great job. So hopefully this weekend you'll do some dancing and some maybe sing-alongs and all that stuff. Rock and roll is here to stay.
Definitely, it's not going anywhere. It still overrides rap.
And we're going down to see Hank.
Yeah.
You want to see me dance?
Yeah,
Listen,
we
I
gotta
can
see
stroll,
that.
baby. That's
About
about
as
the only
good-
thing I could do was stroll.
It's about as good as your golf game, right?
Yeah, well, no, it was better than my golf game.
It better be better than that.
Golf is, again, well, you know, we'll have Donnie coming in pretty soon. I
Well,
think,
we hope to
talking
have
golf,
Donnie
but
in to give us some
an
communication
update on
about
the golf,
that.
but-
Yeah.
And the other folks, of course, 4209, VFW is doing their fish fry and whatever else they're going to serve Friday night. I think they usually start around 4 o'clock. Outstanding meals. Go on out there and help yourself and get a decent meal. It's about $6, I think, in that ballpark.
Yeah, they got a
And I've gone
variety
out
of
there a
stuff
few
out
times,
there.
and they got a great selection, and you know the food's good. And again, same thing. You're not just going out there to buy a meal. You're going out there to support an organization that does a lot of good things in the community.
Yeah, we get a
That's
lot
true.
of good reports about their food.
Not from you.
I didn't say that. I said we get a lot of good
We do get a lot.
reports.
Yeah, Dennis was out. Dennis was supposed to come in today. I don't know where he's at, and give us a kind of an update maybe or something with a clock. I always look at Larry's clock, but it's working today. It's working today.
Yeah, for a change. I'll be
Yeah, tell him to come on in. Yeah. Come on in, Dennis. Dennis is afraid to come in. He's, you know,
They're hiding.
Dennis is a nice guy and says, I don't want to be seen with these guys in here. You know,
While
Dennis.
while we're waiting for Dennis, tell everybody that we have the quarterly memorial at the park at 10 a.m. this Saturday, the 13th.
Who's doing the reading?
World War Tours.
Oh, very good. Excellent.
So that's going to be.
Hey, Dennis. Come on in, bud. Yep. No, you can sit up front here with us.
We want you to have your choice.
Oh, I'm going to get a choice.
Oh, he's going to get a choice.
What am I choosing?
He better pick that Ford one.
Oh, yeah.
He better pick that Ford
Yeah,
one. We're going to tell on him.
Dennis just brought in a bunch of clocks, and Dennis, I'm going to take this one right here, the Ford thing with the wood.
This one here?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. What is it?
I think they all say
I did a
Ford.
patriotic
They all say
acknowledgement.
Ford.
No.
He's got one
no,
other
he doesn't.
kind.
No,
That's
no.
that one's real nice. I like that patriotic.
Bailout King.
Oh, I see.
I like the. Huh?
Bailout
Blending
King.
them colors. I did it with spray bomb.
Did you? I like this
Yeah,
one. It's
well,
kind of a plain
that's my
type
vehicle
character.
right there.
Anyway, Dennis has brought in what 4 clocks. Most of them say Ford on it. We're not going to mention the other company.
Government Motors.
Good, that's right. Anyway, that's a good looking clock. I like that.
Neat.
Yeah, they're neat. You make these by. Where you going, Dennis?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
It's going to go get the rest of
You
them.
picked yours. That's all you
That was the
count.
end of that. Huh?
That's it.
Okay.
You let you pick what you want.
Now,
and the rest of them go out on the
we need somebody to do a little remedial how to tell time with me, and I'm all right. The little hand and all that.
So now you got time on your hands?
How many? It's too many hands on here already. I don't know what to do. Dennis, you make these yourself?
Yes.
Outstanding.
I make them out of hubcaps.
Out of hubcaps. Very good. They're neat
And
looking, bud.
I wanted to give that to you for what you do for the veterans in this community.
Well, it's nice of you,
And
Dennis.
the problem is, everyone in this room deserves one, and I feel bad.
You can only get one.
I think that's perfect, Dennis. I actually do. I think that's the way it should have been.
Kind of put you up there, right?
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll share it. I'll pass it around. They can come to my office anytime.
Yeah, and look at that. And look at
touch
that.
it. Put their hands on it. Very good.
And
Thank
I know
you, Dennis.
you're Curly.
For a donation, right?
I
For a
saw
donation.
on Ocala magazine, I was in a doctor's office, and I looked, and there was Curly. And I hear you on the air all the time.
Okay.
And there was, on the air, there's some things you can't tell about somebody.
Okay.
And there was something that I looked at and saw you in that magazine that I couldn't tell.
What is it you couldn't tell about?
You didn't have curly hair. That you were tall.
Okay.
What was I doing like this? I had my shoulders like this.
You was barbecuing.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, okay.
He'll do anything to get into magazines.
All right. I'm glad I got the clock in any case. I'm not gonna.
That one works for a while.
Oh, I hope so. Listen,
lifetime guarantee.
No, he's got good batteries in there. They're
long as I live.
Energizer batteries.
Lifetime guarantee.
Very good. Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate it, buddy.
His life. You do good work. That's really beautiful.
It is a nice clock, and I appreciate it. And it says Ford, so I can't do it. I'm going to try to, I maybe work a deal with Pelosi out there at Ford. Maybe we'll cut a deal out there or something. I can put that in my new truck or something.
Maybe you can use that to give Vivian a new.
Yeah, right. That's all she's going to get is a clock. She's not getting anything else. Vivian's holding out for the big ticket items.
If I'll make them, Vivian, make them.
Yeah, she's not giving up. I'm trying to do cheap, and she's trying to do something else.
I think she'd look good in a Lincoln.
Me too.
Oh man.
Now watch me win some brownie points here. Vivian would look good in anything.
Yeah.
Now,
I have learned, there was a time I didn't know how to say those things.
How long did it take to get to that?
About 46 years, yeah.
Only 46.
Yeah.
I know I'm surrounded by Marines. How many Marines and how many's Army?
He's Army.
Two Army,
There's
two
three
Marines.
of them.
Okay.
We're expecting some reinforcements here pretty soon, though. Listen, why don't because we got some other things we want to talk about, thankfully, and we'll take a break and come back, and we'll talk about a couple other things, and we'll get to Curly and some more of your announcements, because it's at the half hour.
Right, we'll be right back.
Life's journey has many ups and downs, but you can take comfort in the knowledge that Robert's Funeral Home is here to serve you and your family with loving care and dignity. The Roberts family has been providing their caring services since 1898 and offer traditional, custom, cremation, and veteran services. Pre-made arrangements are also available. Roberts Funeral Homes. Great funeral homes serve great people.
Are you experiencing pain in your neck, head, or back? Have you been in a recent accident or injury? Get your questions answered by me, Dr. Riyad Fakuri, board-certified chiropractic orthopedist at the Fakuri Medical and Chiropractic Center, here on the Head to Toe Care Show, every Wednesday at 11 a.m. to answer your questions so you can get the help you deserve. That's Dr. Riyad Fakuri on the Head to Toe Care Show every Wednesday at 11 a.m. on WOCA, The Source.
We may not have the kind of winters they have up north, but Florida weather can be still pretty rough on your ride, and Ford Lincoln of Ocala wants to save you money and time during their Restore Your Ride service event. Right now, you can drive into Ford Lincoln of Ocala, receive a free brake inspection, and if it's determined you need brake work, you can receive up to a $50 rebate on any Motorcraft brake service when you use your Ford service credit card. And if it's tires you need, Ford Lincoln of Ocala's completely satisfied service center can hook you up with up to $120 in rebates on any of the top brands backed by their low-price tire guarantee. So stop chasing all over town for this service and that service. Get it all done right, the right way at the right place at Ford Lincoln of Ocala during their Restore Your Ride event. There's also great savings on Motorcraft batteries, wiper blades. My dad used to say, don't wait till it's too late. Get it done now. Visit Ford Lincoln of Ocala's completely satisfied service center, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 6, and Saturdays till 5.
Hey, Larry, nice haircut.
Oh, thanks, Robin. Looks like you had something different done, too.
Yes, I did. Thanks for noticing. I went to Lupe at Merle Norman on the Boulevard for a fresh cut, some summer highlights, and a facial.
No kidding. That's who I go to. I didn't know she did all that.
She does coloring, waxing, styling, updos, microderms, and she does it all for prices that won't break the bank.
Sounds like you can take the whole family there.
As a matter of fact, I do.
Hi, this is Lupe. Let me be your personal stylist. To set up your appointment, call me today, 426-1229.
Why are so so many Florida residents racing to the Walt Disney World theme parks to rediscover their all-time favorite classic attractions and explore what's new? They got a great deal on the 3-day Discover Disney ticket for just $119 plus tax. And why should you be racing to WOCA.com right now? Because you could win your tickets from the source. So get going. Visit WOCA.com for full details on how to win your 3-day Discover Disney tickets.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge, undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
If you need to come up with solutions or creative ideas, give yourself 90 minutes to nap, a full 90 minutes. Get on LinkedIn. 89% of companies have now used this to find new hires. The number of people who suffer from anxiety disorder has jumped 1,200% recently, and it can even occur in children.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
All right, 23 minutes before 10 o'clock. Let's rejoin Veterans News and Hank Whittier. Hank?
Yeah, Dennis asked me if he stayed, would we not beat him up and abuse him? How silly, Dennis. You don't listen
worth
very
a try,
often.
right?
He doesn't
What's
listen.
worth a try?
Yeah, hey, listen.
No, Dennis is not paying
If
you
you
any
ask us
attention.
maybe a second clock, Dennis, I might consider doing that. Clock for every room. I can, you'd be surprised how nice I can get with bribery. You can bribe the heck out of me, money will do well. Clocks, gifts.
Money is always a good incentive.
Yeah, money is a one, and I'm almost kind.
Almost.
Almost.
His sensitivity.
Give you a good story, though. I got a guy coming in later today, and this shows you the human spirit. He's a veteran, used to do something else, was gainfully employed. Unfortunately, he has a disease of the eye, and retraining himself to do something else. He's actually coming in. We may be able to place him in a job. I've got to talk to him first. But, those kind of stories sometimes you don't hear about. You always hear about people giving up and that kind of thing. And, again, it gets back to that optimism. So here's a veteran who had a gainfully employed, doing well, and then eye disease has kind of taken him out of what he used to do. And he's saying, hey, I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm going back to school. I'm going to be retrained to do something else. And hopefully I'm going to interview him today later on and do the first step of that. And then we may be able to place him, and we think we got a job lined up for him. So those are the good stories you like to talk about, and the spirit of, I think, the spirit of veterans in general, but the spirit, I think it's still the spirit of America, despite all the problems that we have, that never give up type attitude. And you're going to talk about John did very good.
John did very good.
I mean, I hate to say this, but he was better
Let
than you.
him
He
go
was
ahead and do
it.
it.
Much better than you. And matter of fact, Steve Pelosi just called and said, "Let John do it."
I agree with him. I totally agree. Yeah. Let John do it. He's good at this. He likes to
see
work
what a few
on
months
commercial.
off will do for you. Get your batteries
get it all batteries back up.
Feel better,
Yeah.
And never mind what the doctor's saying about your overall health. You can do
Never
it.
pay any attention to that.
That's right. Particularly if it's a VA doctor.
We try to avoid them. Although there are a few good ones.
No. You know what? I beat up on the VA a lot, but I'm not. I don't talk. It's really not about the individual employees. It's about the bureaucracy within inside the VA, which is really the problem. But there are a couple of deadwoods out there, but that happens anyways. But go ahead, John. This is this is your shining moment.
Right? You get a second
we'll
shot.
mix it up a little bit. We'll start off with.
You'll be probably front page and
Lincoln of Ocala.
What's the magazine that is it Ocala? One of the
Ocala magazine.
Ocala magazine.
It's that jail magazine.
They'll be in here next week to.
Magazine.
You're the centerfold in the jail magazine.
Marion County Sheriff's.
A lot of that. Yeah. You look good in stripes, John. What can I tell you?
Dennis said he liked that shot too.
You like that as well?
You like that shot?
I don't interrupt the Ford commercial because I retired from there, from Ford of Ocala. I know.
You know Ford well. Do you know Steve?
Well,
that's what
you're proving that he's a good cook.
Yes.
Yeah. You know,
you
Steve.
prove it by us.
Yeah,
he's a good person too.
Yeah, no, he is. I
that.
jazz him all the time, but you know, he's a good guy. I like him. You know. And he's a good cook, and he sells good cars. So what more do you want?
What more
John?
do you want? We're just waiting for the good cook part.
Yeah, to prove it.
He keeps promising us one in the Bellevue.
He doesn't ever come
invited me to
Opens
breakfast.
up that fancy new place
Sometime in May, but I don't think he's doing the cooking.
Well, he's going to give you a hot dog. He's got them special for Hank.
When I leave here, I'm going there. So
Are you really?
I got a new Ford, and I'm got to take.
All right, fantastic.
All right, what do you got? Tell us.
Fusion.
A Fusion? Yeah, good cars, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, you like it?
It's a nice
brand
car.
new?
Yeah. Well, it's still on a warranty. I get 35, almost 36 miles to a gallon.
Fantastic.
That the window sticker says 33. So Ford did not lie about their miles per gallon.
Yeah, that was a controversy, but so you can
Ford
testify
didn't lie about
that
their miles per gallon. I get more than window sticker.
When did you buy it? When did you get it?
2011.
Okay. And you've been happy with it?
Oh yes.
Yeah. You know, I think we auctioned off, what was it, a 2012 last year?
2012, yeah.
And those are good cars. I liked them. Yeah. I liked them.
You know, and that's a testimony. You know,
Yeah.
you can
Well,
do all of
how
that.
long did you work at Ford?
I started working for Ford dealers in 1964, and I
fantastic.
retired in 2007. And Ford of Ocala was the last dealer I worked at.
Well, out of state too?
Miami, no.
Well,
Miami,
that's out of state. That's
Fort
out of country. Miami.
Yeah, Miami, Fort Myers, and Ocala.
Yeah. It is out of country. You ever been down to Miami? You ever spent any? I have.
It's tough.
It is different. Guys.
Do not get lost because
You better speak another language.
Because
when I moved to Miami, the windows in the downtown stores said we speak Spanish. When I left, they said we speak English.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
True. It is different down there for
Put
sure.
that together.
Don't get lost.
A lot of money down there, though. There's a ton of money coming in down there.
Spanish,
South Beach and all that stuff.
If
You would do
get
well
lost
in
down
Miami, Larry.
He's not in this business. No. No.
You're not bilingual?
No.
Trilingual?
I'm not buying anything.
You like the comfort
Well,
here.
stick to that
He
story,
doesn't
Larry.
buy anything. Is what it really
That's what
says.
it is.
Right?
It's all barter. This station does nothing but bartering over here. They don't buy anything.
Larry likes
If we could get Larry out there,
Joe the Barter Martone, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
But go ahead, Larry. We're still waiting for your. We're still waiting for your Ford. We had a. We can't do any better than that.
Well, we had to let the testimony because that's better than all of what I could say.
Ford
They're
Lincoln.
there. We got Ford Lincoln. They're there, and those brand new Lincolns are moving up, moving out, and getting those people back, their generation back. So they're there, and there's some great trucks, and they have a variety. So just give them a chance when you're in that market. Go out there and see them. I guess you can say you heard us on WOCA.
Say it
They
quiet.
won't probably hold that too much.
Say it
against
quietly.
They will check your mental stability.
And who else, Joe?
And then we still have Robert's Funeral Homes and Cemeteries. Been doing business for over 125 years with dignity and your time in
I
need,
think we've
so.
been doing it about 100 years with them, haven't we?
But we haven't had any dignities.
No, lack of dignity. We're the other side of the business. It's lack of dignity. Yeah. And he was just talking about John Tesh, you know, and what an intelligent show or something like that.
Yeah.
What a contrast, huh?
Yeah, well, you know, can't have everything. It's variety.
Yeah, it is
that's,
variety.
and that's part of what talk radio is.
That's what talk radio's
That's
about.
really what
Yeah.
talk
you
radio is.
listen to intelligent shows and you listen to us.
And we still get sponsored.
But you guys have some things you want to talk about.
Yeah,
Events coming up.
We always have some things going on.
By the way, on the 25th, I'll give you a heads up now. I've got that young lady coming in to talk finance again from Green Path. So
Pebbles.
Pebbles. Most of the show will be with her. because I keep on running into situations, veterans are making enough money or their families are good. It's not the money coming in, it's the money going out, and really people need to do a little better job of budgeting and handling their money. So she asked if she could come in again. I said absolutely, because the last time it was great response, and we're trying to make her a part of some of the things we do to help people budget a little better in terms of their finances, and she's got a lot of good solutions to some people's problems. So, but go ahead, John. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Remind everybody once again that the quarterly memorial will be this Saturday, the 13th, at the park, and it starts at 10 a.m. and those readers are World War II veterans. So, please come out and join us. I'll remind everybody that Post 284 in Bellevue has bingo Wednesdays and Saturdays. And they're also going to have on the 14th the American Legion Auxiliary and the 48 Cabana, the ladies I guess we can call them, are having a dinner from noon till 3, and it's be a ham dinner with scalloped potatoes and the fixings and a donation of $5. So if you're in that neighborhood and want a good meal, come on over and see us. Over at VFW in Candler, we have a few things going on. We have Wednesday is spaghetti night and Friday is fish night. We start serving at 4:30 and we continue on until everybody serves. So it's a nice meal and halfway decent price, so and good camaraderie and so come on out and see us and see a few of us work. You can see Jack Bennett in the kitchen working. We always pick on him because he's that Air Force guy, but we allow him in the kitchen. I thought you picked on him because Jack wasn't real smart. Well, see, I'm hoping he's listening because he threatened that he was going to call in. Yeah, someone's got to dial the phone for him, so does he know his numbers? I don't think so. Anyway, he's probably out there killing some bugs or planting them, one or the other. He does both, and that spurs on the business. You find a few bugs, then you can kill a few, right? But not in the spaghetti. Not in the spaghetti. We try to keep them out of there because we don't charge anything extra for those, but we always appreciate a little extra protein. Is always good. And ladies, when I was over there last night, said, "Hey, I need to give you a little flyer here so that you can mention to all those people that listen into WOCA that the VFW and Ladies Auxiliary from District 22 are going to have a barbecue cook-off, and it's because we care." Curly probably knows what "because you care" slogan is all about, and he'll probably tell you, but they're going to have that barbecue, and it's Saturday, April the 20th, and it says the gates open at noon. I don't know what gates we got at 4493, but I guess it sounds more dignified or exciting than the door opens. But anyway, I think the issue is, John, they're hoping you were behind the lock gate. Yeah, that's what the real issue is. That may be where the gate is. It's safe to go there. They do have a little. It sort of resembles the jail, so I feel at home. Yeah, so they're over there, and I don't know what the donation is, but they'll be there at noon, and they also have music, and it's by Uncle Polly, and I'm not too sure what that means. I have no idea. But you got to come out and see that Uncle Polly. You got a phone call. I don't like to keep people on the line. They're probably telling us to get off. Get off, right?
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, I heard John bellow, and just remember, John, I don't need colored pictures.
Kind of surprised you're up this early, Jack.
Hey, I was probably up before y'all were this morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
4 o'clock came real early.
That's a story. Yeah, right. Stick to the story, Jack. It's okay.
Lee kicks him out. Well, I was out with John all night, so you know how that goes.
Yeah, well, I do know how it goes, and I've heard that story about the two of you before. So.
Well, pictures, I guess, are in every post office too.
Yeah, that's right. It is. Keep these two guys away from playgrounds, right?
Along with yours.
I know. Listen, All right, man. You behave yourself.
You guys too. Talk to you later.
All right, be good. Well, Mr. Curley.
Good morning.
It is a good morning.
Yes, it is. This is also the second Thursday, folks, in the VFW Post 7193 having its monthly meeting starting at 6 p.m. at the Mount Moriah Missionary Baptist Church Annex. The ladies of VFW auxiliary will also meet at the same annex at 4:30 p.m. We're just asking that anybody who's interested in joining come and be there at that particular time, so that we can all get together and start your membership. Remember, it's at 7:30. It's at 6 p.m. for the men and at 4:30 for the ladies at the Mount Moriah Missionary Baptist Church Annex, located at 53 Southwest 3rd Avenue, right off of Broadway, folks. So you know where it is. That's it.
Okay, very good, very good. Should I turn it over to him?
He's got to come close.
Yeah, I like your hat. I like your cover. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. We have, sadly to say, we have 2 Marines recuperating right now. One from cancer, and one from a stomach operation. They're doing pretty well. They're from Marion County, so I just want to give my respect and.
You want to mention who they are?
Oh yeah, Bill Reynolds from Marion County and Steve Harris. 2 fine Marines struggling right now, so let's give them.
When you leave the house, ask Linda to give you a note, okay? Because you'll do a lot better with a script.
I do, and I do have a trivia question today. So if anybody,
listen, maybe Dennis has something. Dennis is the new guy.
Dennis has a trivia question.
Where?
Okay.
The letter that I gave you.
Oh yeah, but I didn't. That was from last week. I didn't get a chance. I should have brought it with me. Yeah. Do you remember what it was?
Yeah.
Well,
okay, Dennis, you go right ahead,
we'll
Dennis,
ask the question, Dennis, and then, someone gets on the line with us. Most people won't do that anymore. They're concerned about their reputation. Well, don't worry. They got to call in first. If they call in, otherwise we'll keep on jabbering. So that's a way to shut us up, is call in.
All right. The trivia question was.
No. Dennis, you really were in the Army. I'll speak slower to you.
You got to plan the play. I thought the Marines were bad.
Yeah. See, he gave me a gift. He said, if I give you a gift, will you be nice to me?
Oh, that's very nice.
So I got the gift. The hell with it.
He is being nice to you, Dennis. Believe me.
So if you want, I'll give you. We got our usual Walmart card. If someone calls in, Dennis has got the trivia question today, and you call in, and Dennis will ask you the question. He's probably going to give it to you anyway, but call in. If you want to call in and win $20, you can go call in and win $20.
And the number is the WOCA Climate Control Source Hotline, 622-WOCA. There you go.
All right, Dennis. Now, when they call in, don't.
I hate to treat me nicely, though.
Oh, come on, Kathy. Come on, Kathy. Kathy.
She's one of our.
No.
What have you done
before?
No what?
No roasting.
No roasting. Well, you're saying that because you're hoping Pete will come to your rescue again and save the day, or somebody. You got a following out there, Kathy. A lot of people think I'm mean to you.
I know it. See.
I am. But why should I treat you any different? All right, Dennis has got the question. Listen carefully, and Dennis speaks with an accent, so you're going to have to listen up.
Yeah, a southern accent.
A southern accent. Yeah, he's from South Boston.
All right, what person served in the war with Mexico and the Civil War under a fictitious name? I'll give you hint number 1. He served with Robert E. Lee in the war with Mexico and against him in the Civil War.
Kathy, remember, I think he was a high school classmate of yours.
How many guesses does she get? She said Sherman, and that's not the answer.
Well, that's up to you, Dennis. It's your trivia question. I love to tell Kathy
you're wrong.
You're wrong.
Okay.
Kathy.
All right. Hint number 2. He was the 18th president of the United States.
Oh my God, Kathy.
Okay, let me think. My goodness.
Yeah. I hear we smell the smoke burning from here, Kathy. She's looking up. She's on Google right now. She's good. Come on, Kathy. You don't know. Just say you don't know and let somebody else win.
I don't know. I'll let somebody else get
There you go, Kathy.
All right.
And Dennis was mean to you, buddy. All right. Well, you can't let them Google. So the answer was U.S. Grant.
Yeah, Ulysses Simpson Grant was born Hiram Ulysses Grant. A typographical error by a clerk at West Point when he was applying put his mother's maiden name in place in his name, Ulysses Simpson Grant. And he liked that and made him sound patriotic, and he never desired to get it changed. So he became U.S. Grant when that wasn't his real name.
See, if it's not a musical question, Kathy's not going to get it.
But she tried hard, maybe.
She did try hard. Yeah, she tried hard. And I thought since he was a classmate of hers that she might get it, but obviously she's probably forgetting a lot of that. What are you laughing about? Tell me how the golf tournament's doing. It's not really, it's changed from a golf tournament to an event.
It's a charity fundraiser event to help veterans helping veterans. Right now it's on October 18th and October 19th. October 18th now we're going to have a tennis tournament before the silent auction. We're having some...
You want to see me in shorts? Would you like to see that?
I will not like to see that.
Better have dark glasses on.
It's going to be exciting. We're going to have a silent auction. There's going to be refreshments there. There's going to be entertainment there Friday night. It all starts about 3 o'clock. On Saturday we have...
So where is that going to be?
That's going to be at Golden Ocala Country Club. And on Saturday is the golf tournament. Now, also, we have some unique stuff coming in, military equipment that's going to be on display there, static display. There are going to be some, a couple of helicopters, some vehicles, and we have some intelligence equipment coming down to be demonstrated on what the intelligence community can do in some areas. We also have memorials. We have 2 memorials coming. One is going to be displayed at the Golden Ocala Country Club, and that would be the Marine Corps Memorial for Afghanistan and Vietnam. Then we're going to have the portable wall being displayed at the Masons facility here on, was it 36th Ave?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a great event. We have a lot of sponsorships now coming in. People are trying to get involved. We have a foursome, a blind foursome playing in the golf tournament. Veterans coming in, going to play. And we have wheelchair tennis on Friday. Veterans going to be showing and displaying their abilities playing tennis with on wheelchairs. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a lot of fun. The whole concept is to help veterans and to have a good time. So we look forward to seeing you all there. It's reasonable, beautiful facilities. You're going to have a great time.
Very good. Yeah, it's really, you know, we've talked to elected officials too. It kind of looks like it's going to be a veterans-oriented weekend with a lot of activities going on all over the county, we think. So we're still working on that, and it's shaping up. Dennis, I know you're a tanker, right?
Yes.
And you served from when to when?
59 to 61, last 2 years in Germany.
Last 2 in Germany?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you got out as your rank, or your, I don't know what they call it, your rank? Private?
Well, private first class.
PFC, okay. Very good. And
One stripe to keep me out of the guardhouse.
Yeah, I got you. But where are you from originally?
Born in Dayton, Ohio, but I was raised in Bonita Springs, Florida.
Okay. And then you went to work for Ford as soon as you got out of the Army?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And what did you do in the Army? I mean, besides the tank, you repaired them, basically?
Well, I was the tank mechanic. I changed engines and supervised other people to do the work for me.
Very good. Excellent.
Well, yeah, when you're a mechanic, you tell the other guy,
what
take
to do.
that off and do this.
Hey, Joe, how are you? Joe was in the Army, too, you know.
No.
You weren't in the Army?
No.
I thought you were in the Army.
And oddly enough,
we transported the Army.
I was in radio communications, too.
Oh, is that right?
In communications.
Did you serve with Joe? Do you remember him?
Thank goodness he didn't know.
No, he's the guy that gets stuck in the turret, you know.
What would you call me, a what? A turret,
No,
well,
Joe was actually U.S. Navy. They don't claim him, but he was in the Navy.
Yeah, but I went in and came out as a CB, so it's all right then, right?
This is still the U.S. Navy, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, you're proud of your service. Absolutely.
You know, what the heck? You're still a cousin.
I was thinking when he was talking about intelligence.
Who? Oh, Don.
Things coming. What does the Marine Corps? What kind of intelligence does the Marine Corps have? I mean. No, this is a
It's not a prerequisite in the Marine Corps.
No, it sure is not.
You do not have to be intelligent to be involved with the intelligence collection process and our exploitation and an analytical side of intelligence.
But I want to know what kind of equipment the Marine Corps would have out there at this display if we were looking at.
Into the mic, Hank. Into the mic.
It'll be sensors. What you're going to see is how
like a string across the pathway, that kind of.
With cans on it. Yeah. So when you walk across it, we call that acoustics.
Acoustics.
Oh, listen.
So yeah, we're working on it. We're getting.
You're getting it. That's better string, stronger string. That's
stronger. They upgraded.
We're upgraded. Yeah, we upgraded.
I heard that.
Hey guys, I appreciate you coming in.
Smart. That's what it is.
That's enough, Joe. We've had enough out of you.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Hey, Kathy, try again next week. Maybe you'll do better. We'll play some music from your era, probably a waltz or something. You may get that. And we'll. I appreciate you coming in, Dennis. Thanks for the clock. I really appreciate it, and I'll have it down in my office. So, thank you all for doing what you do, and thank you for your service. And God bless America, everybody.
From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
ABC News Now, I'm Karen Chase. It's the cleanup after the storm in Arkansas and Missouri after a string of suspected tornadoes roared through, leaving a trail of destruction. Lightning struck the famous Gateway Arch in St. Louis. Gun control is in the chamber. The Senate is expected to take up a breakthrough bipartisan measure to expand gun buyer background checks. First Lady Michelle Obama made a rare and tearful political plea for gun control yesterday.